My name is Kelly Deal. I'm the Human Resources Consultant too for Wake Tech. I've worked here for a little over 16 years. I have just loved Wake Tech from the time I was a little girl. Back then my dad was a student here. He was working to get his degree in electrical engineering, and he would come home from work and he'd be getting ready to come to class, and I would say, "Dad, where are you going?" And he would say, "I'm getting ready to go to school at Wake Tech." And I was very interested in the breezeways between Pusher and LeMay, which at the time were two separate buildings. And I would say, "Dad, do you get to walk across the breezeways tonight?" And so he would always think that was so funny that I was so interested in that. But he went on to get his degree from here, and he became the chief electrical officer for the city of Raleigh. And so once he did that, he was one of the advisors on the board for that program. So even growing up, he would come to board meetings here, and so Wake Tech was a part of my life from the time I was very small. When it came time to graduate and decide where I was going to school, I had no question. I didn't consider going to any kind of four-year degree. It was always Wake Tech. And what helped make that decision was my mom passed away when I was 15, and I had a younger brother. We are about 5 or 6 years apart, so I felt like it was important that I stayed close to home to help my dad. So I never really considered going away to school like kids do, but I was excited to be able to come to Wake Tech and walk across the breezeways. So that's why I decided to come to Wake Tech, and it has been the best decision I ever made. As a student, I changed my program several times, but I ended up graduating with an associate's degree in computer information systems. And my last semester here as a student, I had the opportunity to work as a co-op student under the direction of Mr. Fred Cavalier and Dean Wayne Lutz for the Business and Industry Center. And that was such a rewarding experience. During that time, I was honored to be nominated as Co-op Student of the Year and represent the college at the state level. And I believe that was the first year that they sent a nominee to the state level. So that was such an honor. I didn't win, but I did have such a great experience with that my last semester. And shortly after graduation, Dean Lutz offered me a position with Business and Industry as secretary, and shortly after that, I joined HR. Within the next year, I joined Human Resources and have continued to grow ever since. I did go back while working here and get my bachelor's degree in Human Resources so that I could really devote my life to this work at Wake Tech. I absolutely love what I do. I get to work with faculty and staff and students in a variety of different ways. I get to do hiring and recruitment, employee relations, and I get to maintain and manage the ADA process for employees. I have had an opportunity to work with students for ADA as well. It's just been such a rewarding experience and career, and I look forward to being with Wake Tech until I retire.